Line dancing. My definition: a means of expressing yourself through dance. Throughout this video, you will see many class members who volunteered to support my vision for this project. Although some class members chose not to participate in the video, their behind-the-scenes support was just as valuable. Aside from the line dance class, family members and others showed their interest for me throughout this project. My good friend Cynthia Newsom, a breast cancer survivor, has so graciously agreed to interview me during the course of this video.
So tell us how you got started. How did this begin?
Well, it started out, I was roller skating. And a good friend of mine said, well, I'm going to this line dancing class, you should come. And I thought about it and I said, I can do one day a week. And at that point in time, the lady that was teaching the class asked me to be her assistant, which meant I had to give up roller skating, which I did. She ended up leaving town. Somebody else took the class. A couple from my class asked me after class one time, would I be willing to teach an exercise class as part of the health ministry of their church, because they liked the way that I interacted with the people and my attitude and my demeanor. And so I said, well, okay, I think I can do that, not really realizing what I was saying yes to. And so I said yes, and they said we're going to start in like 6 months. And so I went on about my regular life, travel, job, home, and 6 months came, and they said we're ready, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
What happened?
I had to get ready because they were ready. And so I got ready for what I thought was ready, and I realized from that people will follow if they think you know what you're doing. So they followed me.
Right.
And in the course of that, I realized that I had breast cancer survivors and other cancer survivors in my class. And a particular lady, Courtney Ross, came up to me one class and asked me if I would make up a dance, a line dance to Destiny's Child, I'm a Survivor. And I told her okay, and I didn't do it. I messed around, and a month later she came back and asked me, she said, well, is the dance ready? I said, well, no. And she went on to explain to me that their organization, that was their theme song. And they wanted a dance. They got the approval and everything for me to make up the dance. So then I got busy making up the dance. So then I made up the dance for the luncheon and never got to perform it. So I taught it to my class.
Hi, I'm Roberta, and my testimony is that I just felt like the dance hit everything on the head for me, because it's a process. You can be going along in life, doing your regular routine, everyday thing, and then one day you go to the doctor and they say, it's breast cancer. And I can still remember the day she said she was afraid, but I was just devastated because the student doctor, she had to get up and leave the room because I was crying so much. He said, I can't get anything out of her. So that was kind of funny when you look back on it, but right then and there it's not. But within the dance, where you have the steps where you're going back and forth and you're doing stuff, and all of a sudden you're going back, something knocks you down, makes you have to fight back. And that's what I like about the dance, is that it says if you fight for your life. And that's what you feel like you're doing. But being me and having a little hearing problem, I didn't know it said the life. I thought it said the light. But that's okay, because light and life can both be interchanged when you're trying to get through something devastating and such a health scare as any type of cancer. And I just call it the light of life when she's not listening. But I do love the class, and that's why you might see me doing it with a little more fervor, because it has so much meaning to me. And that's my testimony, is that you can come back from anything. Don't let it stop at breast cancer. Just always know that you can fight and you can push back. And it all comes back if you have trust. Because you don't do it by yourself. It's support system is also your own attitude that helps you to come back. You know, you need laughter, you need people, and like I say, you're praying for everybody, and that is what I say. I just have a real joy of being a survivor because it gives me a testimony. Everybody says, well, what's that on your arm? Did you burn yourself? Well, then I can tell them what really happened and how good the Lord is. Ms. Lewis, thank you for reminding me.
Because I've made up quite a few of my own dances because I think that's fun to make up my own steps. Some of them are very complicated and some of them are easy. It's just what God has given me. This is my ministry and it's what He gave me to do. So He has equipped me to do it. And so I just don't sleep at night sometimes because I'm going through steps in my brain. Now, when I came up with the life steps, well, I did it to Destiny's Child, I'm a Survivor. I just came up with the steps. And then, I put it with the song. And one of my breast cancer survivors called me one day. And she said, what do those steps mean to you? I told her that don't mean anything to me. When I make up steps, I just make up steps. And she said, let me explain to you what the steps to your dance means to me, a survivor. And she broke down every 8 count. And I was blown away. I was literally blown away at her breaking down her journey through that song with those steps.
The life. The life. The life. The life. Life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life.
So I want people to understand, the life is about living and going through and getting to the other side and knowing that God is the sole purpose for them getting to that other side. That's what I want people to know. That's what I really want people to know and understand. It's a journey. It's a journey. And I know it's a journey, but they can make it.
The life. The life. The life. The life. Life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. Life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. Life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. The life, keep it pushing, keep it pushing, you can do it. The life, keep it pushing, keep it moving, it's your life. Alive. Alive. Alive.
I hope this video is an inspiration to those individuals who are dealing with or going through any type of cancer treatment. God bless you.